Now let's talk about Champions League. We saw the game yesterday. That was at La Ceramica in Spain. Talking about the UEFA Champions League semi-final second leg match between Villarreal, and Liverpool. Now, the dream of a quadruple for Liverpool is still very much alive. Very, very much
Very
alive. And
much.
for me, the rest of Europe should take note of that because that is very scary. Liverpool held off his tearing comeback from Villarreal to reach the Champions League final on Tuesday. Our second half goes from Fabinho, Luis Diaz, and Sadio Mane secured a 5-2 aggregate victory. This is a team that they know how to score goals. I don't see any defense stopping this team right now. We saw Villarreal, they shut the door against Bayern Leverkusen, against Juventus, but they couldn't do it against Liverpool. Villarreal sparked hopes of a remarkable turnaround in the return at Estadio de la Ceramica after Boledia finished in the third minute and Francis Coquelin added in another to level the tie at 2 apiece. The introduction of Diaz for Diogo Jota by Jurgen Klopp at interval worked as the visitors scored 3 goals in 12 minutes to kill off Villarreal's rival and advance to their third Champions League final in 5 years. That is intimidating. Now, Liverpool awaits the winner of Real Madrid and Manchester City, who play their second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu later tonight to decide who they will face in the final. Meanwhile, Sadio Mane has equaled Frank Lampard's Champions League record of most goals scored for an English team in the knockout stages of the competition. He has also overtaken Chelsea legends Didier Drogba as the highest scoring African in the knockout stage of the UEFA Champions League. Now, who do you think can stop Liverpool except Liverpool?
Except Liverpool, complacency. I don't know what happened in the first. It's a game of 2 halves last night. The first half is like, this is not Liverpool. I was like, is this Liverpool? You couldn't place them, because they couldn't find their feet. I don't know if it's because of the rain, because there was heavy rain there yesterday. It rained throughout before the kickoff. So the pitch was really heavy and wet, according to reporters that were there before the kickoff. But they came out in the second half and showed themselves and proved themselves that we are here and we're going to dictate the game right from the kickoff in the second half. They were there and they punished them, But I would say the Villarreal goalkeeper played a part in it as well. You saw the 3 goals.
That's
So
right.
maybe
His legs.
that could have another side with a quality goalkeeper. Might have been a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you, but don't you think that probably the introduction of Luis Diaz, because that is one guy that Liverpool, for me, that guy is getting that guy to play for Liverpool is a steal, the steal of the year. They brought in that guy in January, and the guy hit the ground running. And ever since his inclusion in that Liverpool squad, he's been an impactful player, coming off the bench, starting from the get-go, and still getting the job done, doing the damage up front alongside Salah and Mane. And the guy plays as if he has been with Liverpool all his life.
Yeah, he blended in very well, compared to some players that you have to give a season or half a season to blend in.
That's right.
He came in and straight away. It was meant to be a summer signing, don't forget. But because Tottenham were involved, so they left it, they couldn't sign him. But they brought him in January and ever since he's fitting. So there's a debate now whether to start the original 3 when they get to the final or to just include him in one of the 3 at the front.
Well, I think it's all about what Jurgen Klopp wants to achieve, and it's all about the opponent they are taking on, right? But later tonight, we should know if it's going to be Manchester City or Real Madrid. But for me, that guy is one guy coming off the bench. You can wreck anything. You can wreck anything coming off the bench. And it changes it changes the makeup of the game. And when he comes off the bench, he will have studied the game, look at the weakness of the opponent, and try and exploit it. And I think that was exactly what he did yesterday. Although anytime he starts as well, it's also very impactful. But for me, I think the guy will make so much impact coming off the bench.